Welcome back to V-Rule. Just a reminder, we are going for 5,000 subscribers, and in doing so, we're going to give away some prizes. I have 5 Pokemon mystery card lots to give away to 5 lucky subscribers, and a grand prize winner will be receiving an ETB. Ideally, it'll be a Pokemon Center ETB if I can purchase it and send it to you, if the availability exists at the time of the giveaway. If not, I have an ETB from my own collection that I will make sure that you get, so at least the grand prize winner is getting something in the form of an ETB. It may not be a Pokemon Center version. It's all depending on availability. So we'll have to take a look at that time. All you got to do is like, comment, and subscribe to be a part of the channel. It's very simple. Take that extra step in leaving your comment here, but also an additional comment on this video here. That's the one where we want to leave a comment so I know where to pull the winners from when the time comes. Today, we are looking at the craziness of Prismatic Evolutions and the hype. And this hype train won't slow down. But I want to talk about it a little bit with the demand and allocations and how that's working. And also, I'm just going to kind of breeze through a little bit of the set list here and some cards. So if you don't want to see them or whatever, I guess, spoiler alert. Let's dive in. We saw this recently, the craziness, the wild, super wild. Everybody going nuts over at Costco, trying to get every 151 mini tin they could, and getting ready to throw punches for it. And, you know, who cares about Paldean Fates, apparently? Just throw those on the ground. That makes sense. Yeah, kick it. That'll help. There you go. Oh, there's a 151. That's what I'm here for. I have no dignity. Awesome. Good job. Now, oh, step on that. That's fine, because who cares? And then, oh, that guy's going to cry. Looking for scraps. Anybody miss one at all? Is this one? That's not one. All right. Costco, set limits on the Blooming Waters collection. If you get anything with Prismatic Evolutions, set limits. It will sell out. Because, oh, nobody wants the Paldean Fates? Guess what? Those lasted another day or two. Those sold out also. They did. Oh, a little generosity at the end. That was nice. So, set limits. We're already seeing Blooming Waters going insane. Here's a little clip from some Blooming Waters situations. Oh, that's right. Just push, shove. If anybody's going to go, make sure you get a good stance on your back foot and really lean into it, all right? You got to push them away. Not just out of the way, but away. Get a good 10-foot buffer so you have time to turn and grab all of them and then sprint before they can really rebound to where you're at. Please sense the sarcasm. I am not advocating for this at all, but what I'm saying is this is ridiculous. We don't need this. We don't need this in the community. We don't need it to be like this. And if Prismatic Evolutions comes out on any shelf, I don't think it's just going to be a Costco-related special deal or anything like that, if they get to that point. But any shelf, if you see Prismatic, people are going to be throwing punches for it. It's going to be ridiculous. Don't be that person, and try not to be the recipient of it. Just some order. The $20 ETBs for Black Friday. Target by Me did a great job. They came out and prepped everybody who's standing in line. Because I was one of those weirdos standing in line for an ETB, and they said 1 per person. That's it. It worked out so well because now there's no mad dash. There's no rush. There's no answer here. You get in, you get your 1, and you're already in order. We're going to take you in order. We're going to do it right at the service counter here. So it's straight up. You can check out. Here we go. It was super orderly. They put a limit on it, and guess what? A lot of people got a little bit, so everybody could walk away feeling like they got something. That's the way to do it. Just put limits on this. These stores know they're going to sell. Pokemon Company knows they're going to sell. Why are the allocations so low? We're going to dive into that one a little bit in a second here, but let's just kind of breeze through the different cards here. We know about this. We know all the products that are coming out, or at least most of them. The Master Ball, the Pokeball, the Reverse Hollow, the regular. So many. We know we have a lot of evolutions that are coming in the way of promos. However, they did announce that they're going to be doing a variation in the main set of these same evolutions, not the same artwork, but same evolutions, so that way you have an alternate artwork that will be in the main set, which now you have that reverse Pokeball and reverse hollow and the Master Ball available. So yes, we will get all those things. I know there was some speculation that we wouldn't have that at some point in time, but it's all been confirmed and cleared out now. That will be the case. So you can actually go over to PokeBeach. This is a great site for a lot of information, but they did a really good job walking through the entire set, all the cards that are speculated to come out with good confidence. They're usually pretty on target with what happens. And a lot of them, they even show move sets and things like that. So if you're looking for how you're going to build your deck, good resource here as well. I'm trying to just scroll down to the money over here. Let's see, we're getting down here into the trainers, then some A-Spec, right? Yep, there we go. Okay, now we can get down to it. Here we have our secret rares. I don't know if they're going to be illustration rares or what, but it looks like, you know, some full art trainers here. We obviously have our secret illustration rares in the way of evolutions and others. The ones you want, the ones you don't, all of that. You know, and it's a pretty robust list. A lot going on here. Obviously, Umbreon EX is going to be the chase card. The Master Ball in English may be the chase card also, like it is in Japanese. It makes sense if it is, because it's actually going to be even harder to pull a Master Ball from everything we know, which isn't much until we see it actually coming out. But from what we know at this point, a Master Ball will probably be even harder in English than it is in Japanese. I was a little confused about this Pikachu. Didn't we just have that Pikachu? So why are we getting another Pikachu? Or is it a reprint and they're doing it? I don't know. Does that mean the Pikachu price will come down on the gold? Or is this just a mistake? So that's one little thing where I'm like, is this a full set list? We don't know for sure. We already know we're getting one Eevee as a promo, where the other is going to be available in the set. So lots of good information here, but the demand is crazy. The demand for this set is absolutely insane. Can we just quick talk about it here? The thing is, Pokemon Company didn't print less. They didn't. But distributors are distributing less to their given stores because more stores are coming knocking. Stores that only sell Magic the Gathering and their distributor gives them Magic the Gathering came out and said, we'd like to get some of this Pokemon Prismatic Evolutions. So in building that relationship, they said, go ahead. Yeah, that's fine. Here, we'll allocate a little bit for you, too. So they had to allocate outward, branching out to these other places that didn't otherwise sell Pokemon cards for a long time or ever before, until now, just to maintain those relationships between distributor and game store. All right, which in turn created less that they could give out to the other game stores. So allocations feel lower. They're not lower, they're just spread thinner. All right, big box stores, it's been speculated, and I don't know if it's fully confirmed, but it's been speculated that they have higher allocations. So more is getting funneled to big box stores. So that way restocks are more often and fuller, easier to meet demand, that kind of thing. Those relationships are hard to pass up for sure. Even though big box stores, some of them, Walmart, Target, they charge a little bit more than MSRP, actually. So, you know, a little bit more than MSRP on this set, not the end of the world. These crazy inflated 3 times price, 4 times price, we've seen even worse stuff than that. That's crazy. Don't do that. Don't go after that. But be patient. Look out for it. They're going to keep going with this. And the printers from Pokemon Company, why can't they just print more, print more, print more? Well, they probably are printing at capacity. They probably are printing as much as possible because they want the money. They're a business, okay? To my point, I don't know if it was like everything's blurred together, it feels like these days. A week ago, a month ago, I don't even know. Several videos ago, I had floated the idea that what if they did fewer sets in a given year? Instead of 6 sets, what if they did 4? That would give them a lot more lead, a lot more options to print higher demand sets like this. Give them a little bit higher capacity to meet demand, and therefore undercutting that scalper market, that secondary market wouldn't be as inflated either. You know, even the chase cards wouldn't be as highly priced because it's so available that pulling them will be even more frequent. So that would be a workaround. That would be a way for Pokemon Company to satisfy their customer base and probably not lose any money. In fact, on something like Prismatic Evolutions, they could probably make a killing in the first quarter, and then be going through with the Journey Together set and the Rocket set, you know, and then another one. Boom, that'd be your 4 for the year. That'd be a beautiful year of sets, and people would have their fill. You know, every 3 months a new one's coming out. That's a good duration to get into a set, check it out a little bit, open some things, go on the hunt, find a little bit more, see if it lines up. These sets might line up with a birthday or a holiday for some people. It makes it a little bit better excuse to get it or give it. So that would help, I think, alleviate a lot of the pressure of availability. Another thing, somehow put a market cap that they can't sell beyond that. Is there a way to market cap some of these cards or some of these sets or some of these products? You can market cap on a lot of things, so I imagine there'd be some system in place where that could be possible, although I don't really like market caps. So I think the market should speak for itself, but the market should be fed appropriately, especially the Pokemon card market. I would rather hear more stories about a kid opening their first pack and it's Prismatic Evolutions and they opened up the SIR Flareon. You know, just something like that. That would be way more exciting to see happening in the hobby. That'd be the nostalgia that people like me got into it originally as children, and now seeing it as adult, or maybe enjoying it with our own children. That it's not only for investors, it's not only for heavy dollar collectors, it's not people who can blow through, you know, hundreds of dollars on this stuff. At the end of the day, it's cardboard. It's not your life. It's a hobby. It's a collection. I could be serious about a hobby. I could be serious about a collection. I'm obviously serious about it. But I don't want it to change who I am, and I don't want it to dictate how I operate. And I think the fact that things get so inflated, the FOMO gets so out of control, the hype is crushing. And then we see this all the time. All over YouTube, you get video after video, hyping it up. Whatnot is just talking like, this is the last chance. Like, no, it's not. Life goes on. There's going to be another set. Without even knowing it, 2 years from now, there's going to be a set that's just as hyped as Prismatic. Because why wouldn't there be? That would be the obvious choice for the Pokemon Company to do. To go, you know what? Worked 151. Let's go into Gen 2 and do the same thing. You know, like, it makes sense for them to do that because they're a business and they have a long-term goal. They've been in it for nearly 30 years now. So if they've made it for 30 years, there's a good chance they're capable of another 30 years. The projection timeline forward is reflected more so by the history behind. So anything you've accomplished, anything you've done, can show you a little bit forward what's more possible. I mean, that's business 101, you know, growth strategy, all of that. If you can't look at what's behind, you have no clue what's coming up. That's going to put you down. Pokemon Company is not a small little business. It's not an underthought company. No. There's a lot of work that goes into it and how it's run and how they think about their prospects and their future as a company. And they're doing a lot. You have the video games. You have the actual TCG game to play. The Pokemon Pocket going. Pokemon Go happening. There's all sorts of things going on aside from just people trying to get master sets or big pulls or building a small collection of their evolution favorites. There's a lot happening. And they have to cater to all of it. To be honest, I just think my approach of dial it back a little bit, make it even more rare of a set coming out that's going to appease the community just as much. Now, of course, if we saw a set like Shrouded Fable come out, we'd be like, oh, okay, let's all just twiddle our thumbs for the next 3 months. Because it just wasn't that exciting. So when you have 6 sets coming out, they kind of are able to do some of these more, I don't like to say it, but throwaway sets that aren't of great interest. I think it'd benefit them if they put more into sets like Prismatic Evolutions, sets like the Rocket one coming up, and playing into what the community wants and appeasing that with a slower time frame, a longer release period, and fewer sets throughout the year. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below. Tell me I'm full of it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's just thinking out loud and seeing what little things could help the community. And also, you got to look at it from a business side. Would they still be okay? I think they would, to be honest, because it is such a great hobby. It's such a great collection of characters. And if there's one you don't like, there's 100 more that you do. So it's a wonderful little hobby to be a part of in the Pokemon industry here. So like, comment, and subscribe. Be a part of the channel. And go for your chance on that giveaway for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. We're going to do it. We're going to just go blow through this, get to 5,000, knock it out of the park, and then move on to 6,000 and so forth. We're going for 10,000 by the end of the year, and I think we can. So be a part of the channel, and I post 7 days a week, so I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.